Getting tattooed hurts so bad. Alright everyone, Curtis from the Pitch Control here, and today I'm going to be doing a question and answers video for you guys, and I just kicked the camera. That's brilliant. I thought it'd be quite cool to mix it up. I don't just want to be talking about my music. I want to be talking more about my life and getting a lot more interesting videos going. So let's get into this. Question 1. How many tattoos do you have? I think it's just like way too many to count, but it's definitely a lot in it. Probably too many is the answer to that. What's your favorite tattoo you have? My favorite tattoo is probably the one on my throat. This one right here, it says F and S. Actually means father and son. When I was younger, I used to go to my dad's at the weekend and we used to like watch movies on the sofa, and we used to call it father and son time, or FNS. Yeah, that's my favorite tattoo because it's sort of like a little personal one, and I wanted to have it always visible, and I wanted to have it like as visible as possible basically, and it means a lot to me, so it's probably my favorite tattoo. How old were you when you got your first tattoo? I was 18 years old. It was on my birthday. I went straight down to the tattoo studio. At the time, I was living with a guy that was just starting to tattoo, was just learning. At that point, he'd only done like 3 or 4 tattoos. I wanted to get a tattoo where I could hide it because I didn't want to show my parents. I didn't want them to know that I was getting tattooed. So I decided to get this tattoo on my foot, and that was my first tattoo. So stupid, because at the time I knew nothing about tattoos. My mate had got one on the back of his arm, and he was like, yeah, it's nothing, it'll be all right. Just go get one done yourself when you're 18 and stuff, because he was a little bit older than me. So I went down to the tattoo studio on my birthday. I got it done on my foot, and it was the stupidest idea ever because it hurt so bad, and the needle was going way too deep, and it took about 4 months to heal. And I remember I was wearing sandals and I went to a show and someone trod on it and it was bleeding and the scabs were like flicking off. Oh my god, it was the worst experience ever. So if you are going to get your first tattoo, do not get it on your foot. Super bad, and it heals never. What do your parents think about your tattoos? My parents are pretty cool with my tattoos. I mean, like at the start, I hid my tattoos from my dad. I think I showed my mum towards the end of like my first sleeve. Basically, the story is that I got my first tattoo on my foot, and then I decided to get one on my stomach. Then I got one on the back of my arm right here, this one. And then I got like these two, where are they? These two right here. And then I got basically my whole sleeve done, and then my chest. And at that point, I started to go onto this arm. I think I got like one tattoo on this arm. I thought to myself, okay, so I better start telling my dad that I've got tattoos. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna tell him. So I said, Dad, I've got a couple of tattoos. And he was like, oh no. Like he looked like real disappointed or real worried. And I don't know how many he thought I had, but at this point I had my whole arm, my chest, and I'd started to go onto this arm as well, and I had my stomach. So I took off my t-shirt, and he was just like pretty speechless, and he was like, okay, no more. And then I got more. Sorry, Dad. Does your wife like your tattoos, and what is her favorite? I got a couple of them which we got done together, and she's also tattooed me as well. So I don't really know how to answer that question. Yeah, I guess she does. I hope she does. Did you always love tattoos, and what was your inspiration to start getting them done? I didn't always love tattoos. I mean, like when I first started getting into alternative music, I remember that a few of my favorite band members and stuff had tattoos. I always looked at them and thought they looked a bit trashy, but looking back, I guess that's because they had like super bad tattoos, like the singer from Cold Chamber, or the singer from Korn, or the singer from Limp Bizkit, you know, all the bands that I really loved when I was like 14. Those guys were the only guys that I knew that had tattoos. I did know that my uncle had tattoos at the time as well. His tattoos are actually really, really cool, and he got them done like really professionally. So I saw when he got them done and like how scabby they were, and I saw like the reality of tattoos. So I guess that put me off for a little bit. The inspiration for me to get tattoos done was obviously being around a lot of my mates, and they're a little bit older than me, and going to the skate park and stuff and seeing that a lot of my friends were getting tattoos. I never ever thought that I would get as many tattoos as I got now, and I never in a million years thought that I would get them like on my face or here on my throat or on my hands or anything. Yeah, I guess that just happened. It was like a natural progression, and that's what I decided to do. Do you plan on getting more tattoos in the future? Yeah, I definitely plan on getting more tattoos in the future. I just haven't been tattooed in such a long time. I got tattooed last time I went to the UK, and for my birthday I got like these ones a few years ago, like these two. That was the first tattoo I got in so long. And basically I got my whole back outlined by a guy called Rich Hardy, and he moved to Australia and he was working in London at the time. He also did my throat here and the sword, did the chain right there, and he also did the flower here as well. He also did my hands. Like like, well, he redone them because they were done and he like re-tattooed over them. Done a few other things as well. But yeah, he outlined the whole of my back and then he moved abroad. So I really want to get that finished, but it hurts so bad and it was like really traumatic. So basically I'm getting a bit older and it hurts. Getting tattooed hurts so bad. What tattoo would you say was your most painful? I would say my most painful tattoo was this one on the side of my hand. This one right here, because it sort of goes onto the side of my palm. And it was a really weird feeling, like when he started to tattoo like here, obviously this is really, really hollow and it goes straight, like if you touch it right now or just like press on it, you can feel like the distance between like the skin and the muscles and all the gristle and stuff. And if you move over like this, you can feel that it's already quite painful just to like touch it. So getting tattooed there is really brutal. Moving on to the side here, where it's more fleshy, I don't know how to describe it. It shoots up your arm and goes up to here and it's sort of like really weird pain. Here it just feels like burning, but the sensation you get shooting up your arm is really weird. And I really wanted to get my palms done, like tattooed here or on the inside. And I've heard a lot of people have had really, really bad experiences. And I work with a girl as well that's got a palm tattooed. And she said, oh, it was okay, it was no problem. And they had to like dot it in. But I've heard from a lot of people it's pretty brutal. So I can only imagine how much it hurts to get tattooed here when it hurts so bad to get tattooed there. Do you regret any of your tattoos and why? Yeah, I do regret my tattoos. Like I got pretty much this whole arm. I would love to get like stuff done over the top. I even got this covered up recently. This is one of my most recent tattoos. I got like, there used to be a female right here and like waves of a ship and some clouds. But it was super shit and I hated it so much. And every time I looked at it, I just went mental. I just couldn't stand it. So I got my favorite band logo done over the top of it, which is like the Rotten Hell logo, which is 4 R's and a circle. And that was done by Sam in Leeds. Everyone should go and check out Sam. He's an amazing tattoo artist. I'll link him below so everyone can click on that and see his amazing tattoos. His Instagram or something, I'll link that. What was your least painful tattoo? I think my least painful tattoo is probably on my ears. Right there. Yeah, because like they didn't hurt at all. It was super quick and it was just 2 lines here, 2 lines there, and it just didn't hurt at all. It was super loud, but it didn't hurt. So that was all the questions, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Just want to let you guys know I'm doing pretty well now. I'm feeling a little bit better. I want to say hello to all my mates in the UK and I miss you a lot and I will see you soon. Give a little wave there. Wave like that. Cheers.